is a unique place, and we have a wonderful opportunity to have the aviation industry centered here. This is a momentous event for the city, and as a whole, it brings together those companies that need to work together. So we want to thank all of them for coming out this evening, thank them for making themselves available, and then certainly thank them for making Miramar a great place to work.
Thank you to all those businesses in the aviation industry that have decided to make Miramar their home. We're very grateful to have you. We look forward to our continued cooperation and partnership. We're here for you should you need anything to help with business or living here, anything. Thank you.
Today we're celebrating aviation companies, a nice celebration here in the city of Miramar, hosting a networking event where all these aviation companies are getting to know each other better so that they can network and do better business here in the city of Miramar. We welcome businesses from all over to our city. We're a great city to do business with.
Good evening, I'm Mary D. Bell, Vice President of Leasing and Marketing at the Miramar Park of Commerce here in the city of Miramar. We're here at this Aviation Consortium event, which is the inaugural event. Very excited about the opportunities and the possibilities for aviation here in Miramar. We currently have 16 companies within the Miramar Park of Commerce alone that are aviation related, over 400,000 square feet. And in the city of Miramar, there's over 40 companies serving the aviation industry, and we see a huge opportunity for growth here. We're equidistant between the two airports, and that allows for companies that are serving both airports to be able to service them simply. It's great for my park, the Miramar Park of Commerce, and it's just great for aviation in general.
This is Commissioner Winston Barnes saying how good it is for us as a city to bring all these business people into our midst this evening for a grand reception. I think part of what makes it so important is that while all of the people in the room are aviation related in their businesses, many of them never met each other before. They're here together for the first time, and what we see here is an incredible amount of connections being made that probably would not have been made if it were not for an event like this. In fact, I just spoke with a gentleman who is here from England, and he's been in the city for 5 weeks. So we're talking about this incredible mixture of people all working in this great city we call Miramar, and we're so happy to have all of them.
Hi, my name's Deon Potter. I'm General Manager with Aero Accessories Incorporated. We are a maintenance, repair, and overhaul facility that is moving up to sunny South Florida Miramar in June of 2015. And we are really looking forward to the opportunities that Miramar is going to present to us and to our customers.
My name is Joshua Santiago. I work for International Aircraft Associates. We deal in major engine components, buying, selling engines and assets. And we're here today to spread the word about aviation in Miramar, how we're growing, and we're the best spot in America for aviation right now.
We have just over 20 aviation companies in the city. We have some based in the Miramar Park of Commerce, and we have some out west of 75 in the Miramar Center Industrial Park. So it's relatively centralized because that's where the space is. These companies typically need large spaces for what they do, especially when they're working on engines. They have big, high ceilings and big warehouse space for parts and the assembly lines, and plus office space. So that's where they can find what their needs are in those parks.
Why Miramar? Miramar, honestly, open spaces, modern facility, close to where most of our employees live, all within 10 minutes, so they don't have long drives, and just a really friendly environment from the city when you want to make improvements to the restaurants and places to eat lunch, believe it or not, because employees like a good place, diversity to have lunch, and close proximity to anywhere and everything. And honestly, very important is close proximity to Fort Lauderdale, Miami Airport, since we're an international business, and many of these companies work internationally. And when visitors come in, we've got 20 minutes to pick them up from the airport. We've got hotels in town, restaurants, and it just works out perfectly.
And why did we choose Miramar? We choose, we have a lot of employees who currently live here in Miramar. It's a center of commerce in South Florida. It's strategically placed. between Miami-Dade County and Broward counties. It's close to the seaports, lots of beaches, hotels, shopping centers, you name it, we're close to it. So it's a great opportunity. Not to mention, it is a real aviation hub of excellence.
We have all the resources that you'll ever need to start a company from the ground up, whether you're a big company or a large company. We have all the resources. We have the buildings, we have the people, and we have the incentives in Miramar.
Our reputation's out there as a central location. We're close to both major airports and seaports. We have one of the largest office parks and industrial parks in the county, so there's plenty of space. They aggressively market that office and industrial park, and they do a lot to keep their tenants. And my understanding with the aviation companies is a lot of working together in the industry. They're very complementary. And so when you start getting some in your community, as we have over the years, it gets a reputation. And as you see tonight, they start to talk to each other and be able to do even more business together. And Miramar gets to be known even further at trade shows and aviation or otherwise. So I think that's what's happening here. And this is sort of a celebration and a beginning of continuing to recognize this industry and spread the word about Miramar as the place to do business.
The City of Miramar is partnered with several, all of the aviation companies and MROs here to attract the businesses with tax incentives, infrastructure developments, anything you can really think to make it a great opportunity for a business to thrive.
My name is Gypsy Robles. I work for BE Aerospace, previously known as MTech Engineering. We do systems integration on aviation aircraft for avionics and structural supplies. This is our first event here at the Miramar City Park of Commerce event. It's great to interact with all the aviation industry suppliers and vendors, and hopefully the first of many more.
The idea behind this event was spawned by a long history in aviation. As a young person in aviation in the 80s, so I'm aging myself, I had the opportunity to be around Miami Airport where most of the aviation companies were, from airlines, repair facilities, etc. And it was such a vibrant environment, and there was always networking events. At lunchtime, certain restaurants people would attend to. In the evening, they have social events. And then it kind of waned and went away as a lot of the companies either got bigger or moved away, and many moved to Miramar like we did. So it took about 3 years of watching Miramar grow as an aviation-centric environment for me to say, we need to replicate what I found to be such a, how shall I say, important part of my growth in aviation. And I wanted to emulate that here in Miramar. So in speaking with the city, said, I have an idea, let's put it together, and they were right behind it 150%. And here we are tonight with probably the best aviation event in South Florida, and we hope to continue and grow it further.
Our department was approached by Mitch, who's with one of the companies, and he asked us about getting a gathering together of the companies, because as we talked with him, he realized what an opportunity it is with so many of the same types of companies in the industry here, and they ought to be talking to each other more and learning about what the city and the county and the state have to offer with incentives, not only to attract them here, but also things once they're here with perhaps worker training. If they're going to expand, there's some opportunities for incentives potentially there. So we wanted them to get together for an evening, and also to let them know we want to be partners moving forward and doing other events. As Mitch had mentioned when he talked, this will be ongoing. There'll be other things coming down the line to keep this momentum going and make it bigger as time goes on. And we will be partners, as I said, with, again, the county, the corporations, and the state when necessary. And whether it'll be in this venue or in some other venue, we will continue the momentum that's starting tonight.
An event like this helps to bring people like us that are in the same business together to learn about each other and meet each other and build our relationships with each other and help to spread the aviation life to other people in the world.
This event has been fabulous. It's a great opportunity to meet our neighbors, our soon-to-be neighbors, and say hi to the folks at Miramar and City Hall and stuff, and say how much we appreciate what they're doing for the industry.
Good evening, everybody. I wanted to thank everyone for attending this first of hopefully many networking events. This was a brainchild of a few people starting about 3 years ago as we recognize Miramar as, I'll call it a center of excellence for aviation. And just as an example, our company, I'm Mitch Weinberg of International Aircraft Associates. We've been in Miramar for over 16 years in the Park of Commerce, and really enjoyed this whole environment. And over the years, we've had more and more companies either call and say, what do you think of Miramar, or we're moving to Miramar, or Miramar asking us, what do you think of these people? Do you know who they are? And as a result, there's over 30 aviation-related companies in Miramar, and we wanted to put this together to all of us know each other, because I don't even think some of us knew that we existed in the same town. So this is the beginning, and I'll talk more about the purpose of this in a short bit, but right now I would like to introduce you to the Honorable Mayor of the City of Miramar, Lori C. Mosley.
What a pleasure to be here this evening. I am so proud to be here on behalf of the City of Miramar. Miramar actually began on this journey many years ago, and it's so exciting that we planned this event so everybody else will know what we already know. Aviation is an industry that is at home in Miramar. More than 20 aviation-related companies are here. They are ranging from commercial carriers, Spirit Airlines, to maintenance, repair, and overall providers, MROs. You didn't know I knew that, did you? That's what they told me to say. Aviation is a state and county targeted industry and a global business, so it has been very important as part of the economic development that is taking place in the city of Miramar. And aviation brings significant capital investment and quality jobs to the city. And we worked very hard that when we began on this journey to target aviation, that we provided the housing so that your employees could have a place to live. And we have housing stock of all levels. So if you have not had the pleasure of moving to the city of Miramar, now would be a really good time. And we've had more restaurants come to the city. We've had more hotels. We had this beautiful cultural arts center for whatever you need to do to have meetings. This is a great place. We have an 800-seat auditorium that you can use not only for entertainment when you've moved here and then you went out to eat in Miramar and then you wanted something to do after. The theater is right here. But most importantly, we work to be a full-service city that was welcoming to businesses. And we wanted to make sure that when you came here, you were happy that you came here and that you chose to stay here. And aviation adds to the city's diverse corporate base, which includes healthcare, Memorial Hospital, Humana, Communications, NBC6, Telemundo, Clear Channel, Comcast, and manufacturing, Simtech Silicone and JL Audio. The consortium event brings together members of the industry to network while enjoying the city's cultural arts center, creating an interactive aviation community. And the more that you all network together, One, I think that will bring more similar companies with different products, but more importantly, people will know we're here, and it can become a one-stop shop for those with aviation needs. So it is my pleasure to welcome you here in the city of Miramar, and we are honored to be able to hosting this event. Thank you very much.
One thing I'd like to do is thank all of our community partners. As the Honorable Mayor has said, we've got the City of Miramar and the Economic Development team, and we also have the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance, Sunbeam Properties, the Miramar Park of Commerce, and our company, International Aircraft Associates. What I'd like to do next is introduce to you Mr. Gus Zambrano, the City of Miramar Director of Community and Economic Development, who's key in putting this together for this wonderful event tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I have the only visual tonight, so it's up on the screen, and the question is, why Miramar? And some of you may be saying, well, that's a stupid question. Why? We're here in Miramar. But the reality is, when we find out that when we go out to visit you and other companies, you are here in Miramar, and you love Miramar, and there are reasons you came here. There are specific business reasons you came here. Central location, for example, of course, we all know that. Also, you've seen that we've been proactive in our planning for success. So we maintain and expand infrastructure. We also invest in redevelopment, and we actually actively work with our partners, and we mentioned. But at the same time, we remain business friendly. A lot of reasons why. But there are other reasons why that I want to point out tonight that you should know about Miramar. A lot of quality of life issues that you should be aware of that benefit your employees and benefit you as a company. And also, maybe you can let the secret out and tell everybody in the world when you go to your conferences about Miramar. That's what we're hoping tonight. And we'll see you all in April. Don't forget, in April, we'll see you at the conference in Miami Beach. We'll be there as well. But we remain business friendly. We have corporate attraction incentives in partnership with the state and county. That's why we have that alliance here tonight. Really, even if you're here, there's still opportunities for you if you plan to grow. There are opportunities here, and we can incentivize your company. You should explore that. Workforce training dollars, etc. There's a lot of things there. If you ever need to expand your facility, we would streamline your permitting. We already have a very fast system, but we would also streamline simply because you're in a target industry. We also have small business. For the smaller businesses, I know there's small business startups here, you know, technically. And we have a lot of services to help you, as well as chamber membership is an important other alternative marketing opportunity for you. And we're always here to help you, whatever need you have as staff. So back to those quality of life things I was talking about that are very important to everybody, especially if you live here, but not only if you live here, even if you travel through the community. We have 40 parks, over 400 acres, 2 aquatic centers. We have a state-of-the-art track facility, literally the same track that's used in the Olympics in China, in Beijing, and in London. You can find right here in Miramar. We have an 800-seat cultural arts center right behind me. A lot of great shows there, a lot of opportunities for entertainment. And we're also expanding all of our entertainment opportunities out in Regional Park, around 172nd Avenue with a 5,000-seat Regional Park amphitheater. And there's also a corporate center there where you can basically rent it for your corporate occasions and events. So that's an opportunity for you there you should be aware of. Of course, we have our branch library, the town center, and we have excellent schools for those who are interested in that. So we're interested in results tonight. The city's interested in results. We've been named twice to America's Best Places to Live. We have one of the largest corporate parks in the county. We also have foreign trade zones. It's something that may be interesting to some of you, knowing that you can have a foreign trade zone off the port. So you can, basically your company location can be considered a foreign trade zone if you export. And you import parts, manufacture there, and export parts out. You should be interested in a foreign trade zone. You should look into that, and our staff can help you with that. But through the process that some of you have come through here in the city, through the incentive program, and since 2000, we've created 7,300 jobs with $271 million in capital investment. And basically, we now have a significant business community. Our business community here, if you're not aware, we have 3 million square feet of office space scattered throughout the city, but mainly along I-75. We have industrial space, which most of you are in. The industrial flex place, as far as Broward's concerned, we've cornered that market. We have 9 million square feet of that. And that's something we take pride in. And many of the reasons why you're here is because of that high quality space that's being developed right now. And we also have almost 3 million square feet of retail space. So those are all available to you. And I mentioned a little earlier about the programs. We're going to go through a couple of them now, but the corporate incentive program, it's a financial incentive program that you can apply for that basically gives you an incentive for every job you create. So that's an opportunity that is anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for job creation. And that is even though you're here, there's an opportunity there. So please talk to us when you're looking at that. Expedited permitting, I've already mentioned that. And then our small business programs. We have business counseling, micro enterprise, which is also an incentive program for smaller businesses. We have a commercial rehab program, and we have chamber membership. All this to tell you that from the small business to the large corporation, we've tried to provide a variety of programs to assist you. That's really all I wanted to say tonight. I wanted to just you aware of the things that we have available to you as a city. We remain partners with you. We're open to, our lines of communications are always open to you, particularly in aviation. We appreciate you coming out tonight. We hope to have more of these in the near future on a quarterly basis and continue the dialogue and help support this industry, MROs, et cetera, everything that you do. Because apparently I learned a lot about aviation just for the fact of having you here tonight. I had to come up to speed in regards to what's the specialty in Miramar. And it's very interesting, but really appreciate you coming out tonight. Thank you very much.
I would like to introduce Mr. Jim Goggins, the Executive Vice President of Sunbeam Properties, and he has some good words to share with us this evening.
Good evening. My name is Jim Goggins. I'm here really wearing two hats tonight. I am Executive Vice President of Sunbeam Properties. We're probably most known for developing Miramar Park of Commerce. But I'm also here as President of the Miramar Cultural Trust, and I'll get to a comment or two about that in a minute. When we were asked to partner with the city and Mitch in doing this, we felt it was a great opportunity to introduce ourselves to those of you who haven't located in our park and to thank those of you who have. But most importantly, we have benefited from your industry being in our neighborhood here. The Miramar Park of Commerce, we have some 400,000 square feet leased to your industry. And so it is a significant, in fact, it is the second largest group or type business that we have in the park. So we're certainly appreciative of what your group has contributed to our success, and I know the city is very happy with kind of what you've done for them. We've been working on the 2,200 acres that you see here from when I was a kid. I got here a long time ago to start this development. It's wearing on me a little, but I'm almost done. We don't have that much left here, but we do have some important growth here that we're going to continue with in the city because we found this to be an important location for our capital investment, and obviously you folks have too. We look forward to having you remain in this community and hopefully to tell others about it, as Gus indicated, and to see this industry grow in our community. With that, let me talk for a minute really about the Miramar Cultural Trust. I'm president of that organization, have been for probably about 4 years now. The trust is a private, not-for-profit that really works to support, advocate, and endow the center here with opportunities to bring program and events to the center. We partnered in this, the trust partnered in this particular endeavor, as much as anything to get folks like you to the center. As Gus mentioned and Lori mentioned, there's a lot of wonderful events here. And I've kind of kidded in the past, up until 4 years ago, unless there was a ball involved, I never went to an event. But I've since been exposed here to things that I've really grown to appreciate, and I've embraced what we're doing here and what we're trying to accomplish. I hope you take a minute, if you can, to look at the theater that we have here. So to the extent that you could and want to be involved in this community as part of your kind of corporate involvement, we certainly would appreciate your interest, and We're looking for board members, we're looking for sponsors, and as much as anything, we're looking for people to come to the center. So we would hope that you would do that. We hope you're impressed with what goes on here tonight, and look forward to seeing you down the road, hopefully. So thanks very much, Mick.